I'll get a little lot in this place. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Whoever is the only one tuning in so far. We will wait for some people to log on. Cat Nation Live. I'm assuming no YouTube notification went out. Maybe it went out. There we go. There we go. Excuse me. Chef Bear, what's going on, buddy? If I miss your guys' comment, I do apologize. We've got it up on the iPad, so I don't see all the comments. Walton, good morning. Shane, good morning. My voice is a little raspily. Partied a little too hard last night. Let a few more people log on and we'll jump into it. Getting a little bit of a late start today, but nonetheless, we're here. We're ready to rock. We're ready to roll. We got Bellator in 43 minutes. And can't wait for that one. UFC is posted. Bellator is posted. Max fight pick for Bellator is posted. Max fight pick for UFC is posted. Guaranteed Saturday is posted. Premium plays are posted. Soccer is posted after a nice big 2-0 yesterday in soccer. Congrats to everybody that got on that double up sale. Excuse me. That was more of a Cap Nation Live thing only for everybody on the live show. And we're going to do that again today. Anybody that purchases a soccer package today, either 3 days for $99 or the big year package. And this is for soccer and soccer only. Hopefully, we can do it for the other packages here soon. But buy 3 days of soccer or buy 3 days... Or not, excuse me, buy 3 days of soccer or buy the year package, and they will double it. So if you buy a year, you're going to get a year free. If you buy 3 days, you're going to get 3 days free. We'll run that again today on Saturday only. So don't miss out. Soccer's been picking up some steam, especially after a nice big 2-0 yesterday. Michael says, Kyle, how come BetOnline is the only sports book that allows Bellator props? You know, I don't know. I would believe, I think DraftKings does for legal sports books here in the United States. Our friends over at BetOnline offer more opportunities to wager than most books. And they're not afraid to take, huge action on games. Our friends over at BetOnline do a fantastic job giving us some of the most widest spread options. That's for sure. Tariq, if you're on my game of the week, then yeah, you'll get my next game of the week. Because, I did drop my game of the week on Thursday. So, if you were on my game of the week on Thursday, then... then you'll be good to go. You'll get it when it happens next week. I will tell you this much: next week is going to be a huge week. We've got some big stuff planned, and when we say big, you guys know what I'm talking about. And we like big stuff. We like big weeks. We like big weeks. It means we're going to make a lot of money. It means something fun is about to happen. And it is. It's right around the corner. It's right around the corner. But yeah, there should be some other books out there that offer, Bellator props. Yeah, Rich, we hammered the shit out of that Utah State. About the only thing that we did correct yesterday. Started out soccer 2-0. If Edward's watching, which I don't think he is, we're going to blame Edward, especially since he's not here. Sends me a text yesterday. We started out 2-0 with soccer. He goes, now just don't lose it in the evening. Lost it in the evening. 2 free plays yesterday. Donked off that one. Thank God Utah State late came through for us. We did call the Arizona play, though, during the live show. That 17.5 just seemed like way too many points. Seemed like way too many points, but it was nice to at least end that one on a winner, at least. Got some good stuff planned for today. Everything's posted. My plays are out. Everything's up and running. Premium plays and my personal plays yesterday both had a little rough day, and you guys know what that means. It just means a big bounce back coming. By the way, nothing early today with the exception of one premium play. Everything else is later. My first personal play doesn't start until 2 p.m. Eastern time. So if you guys are finding out later in the afternoon, you guys are needing some help for something and you're not on board, you got plenty of time to get on board. Guaranteed Saturday. It is 50% off again. So if you're not on it, here's your chance to jump on board. Guaranteed Saturday. 50% off. Only $75. Comes with the big guarantee. Guarantee the winner, you get the next one free. We will always take care of our people. That is 100%, facts on what we'll do. And for Guaranteed Saturday, you have until 3:30 Eastern time. So everything, for the most part today is late. Michael, good morning. Everything today is late. We'll hold up in this cool little lodge down in Tucson, Arizona. Lodge on the desert. And I'm in we got a little fireplace, and then there's a bedroom, and my wife's in the bedroom. Getting ready for breakfast when we get done here. But we'll be back. I'll be back in the office tomorrow morning for the Sunday show tomorrow. Rich says, what time is UFC and Bellator? I know one is in Russia or something. Both are early. Bellator starts in 38 minutes, and UFC is an hour after that. So UFC is at 1 p.m. Eastern time, and Bellator is at 12 p.m. Eastern time. And yes, that little fireplace does work. It's pretty cool. Puts out a lot of heat. Rare Pair, what's going on? Says you like LSU plus the points today, going up against Ole Miss. I think that one's going to be an interesting game. I think that one will definitely be an interesting game, no doubt about it. I'm a huge Lane Kiffin fan, Coach Kiffin. So as far as that goes, the 8 points is a lot. I mean, LSU's bad this year, but they're not. I don't think they're an 8-point dog to Ole Miss. This would be a huge win for Coach Kiffin and the Ole Miss program if for some reason they could actually pull out a huge win. Jeff, my brother, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for the text, and yes, definitely, it's going to be a good day today. Most of the time when we're out of the office, we always have, somehow, some way, seem to have pretty big days, and looking forward to it today. Haral, good morning. Shane says there's going to be a lot of great games today. I agree. And a lot of them may not look great from the outside, but remember, it's not always what, who's playing who as far as, TV ratings go. I could give a rat's ass what's on TV, what we make money on, what we don't make money on. Or not what we don't make money on, what we watch and where we make our money. I don't care what kind of game it is. I don't care what kind of sport it is. You guys know me. I like college basketball. I'm not a big NBA fan. I'd rather watch a college sport than a pro sport. But I really don't care where we make our money. As long as we're making money, that's all that matters. And literally, that's all that matters. We could be Turtle race number 5 down in TJ. For all I care. It really doesn't matter. And nonetheless, all you got to do is find where the right avenue is and take advantage of it. And that is something we're going to be doing today. Hold on one second, guys. So FC just texted me, and I don't have a way to bring him on live when I stream it off the iPad. So he wanted to come on live, but unfortunately he's not live with us. But nonetheless, he is relaying some messages that he said Bellator starts. He says Belly starts at 12 Eastern. UFC an hour, a little over an hour after that. You guys do not want to miss out. He says get on the card, get on it early, and put your bets in, especially for Bellator. You guys know what he does. Bellator max fight pick. He's never lost one for you guys yet. He's never lost one, and he doesn't plan to today. And he plans to keep hammering home the books. And he says UFC after that is even bigger. So do yourself, this is his words, do yourself, tell them to do themselves a favor, get on board both. That's something else I can't repeat live. But yes, make sure you guys get on board the UFC card, $29.99 for the UFC card, $29.99 for the Bellator card. Each max fight pick is $25. And he says, let everybody know I'm super confident in these two max fight picks and the cards. We got this. The only excuse to not get the full MMA day is because they hate making money. Those are FC's words right there, that if you're not on the full MMA day, the only reason that you could justify it is you just don't like making money. So if you like making money, FC's words himself, straight out of the text, straight out of Compton, get on board. Matthew, thanks for jumping on board the UFC one day. Colby, thanks for jumping on board the Bellator. Omar, thanks for jumping on board the Bellator max fight pick. Michael Jefferson, thanks for jumping on board. Excuse me, the UFC guaranteed max fight pick, as well as everybody else. I could just keep going on and on and on and on down the list. Two Jacobs, both Jacobs. I see you guys jumped on board the combo package, and we're gonna make sure that you guys are on the plays as well. Alex, good morning. Alex, you're on the Bellator max fight pick. Very nice. Very nice. As FC says, if you're not on all the fight cards and both maxes, you simply just don't like making money. Some strong words, right? Strong words of wisdom right there. Sheriff Edward is in town. He is the one fully responsible for jinxing us yesterday in the live show. Now that Edward is here, we can fully blame Edward for the jinx yesterday. After going 2-0 in soccer, he says, just don't give it back in the evening. So we're going to blame it. I mean, we got to blame somebody, right? So, it comes with the job, comes with the territory. You guys lose, you got to give me, you got to give me a little hate, throw a little shade my way. Sometimes it gets me a little motivated. Obviously, yesterday did not get me motivated. Motivated enough to at least produce winners, because yesterday sucked. But nonetheless, yes, Edward takes the blame. He takes it like a champ too, 100% his fault. Takes it with a smile. Bradley says Edward's got to at least catch a buzz. Yeah, we got to at least throw a little shade Edward's way. Live show yesterday was fun, and I don't take any, anybody losing or anything like that as, any hate. Or anything like that, because when you're gambling with money, feelers get hurt and emotions run wild sometimes, especially when people are betting big. Alex, I just checked. No, sorry, buddy, you didn't get it twice. You purchased on the 16th. Last week's you won, and then purchased late last night. Yeah, just the two. So you're good to go. Here all, thanks for jumping on board FC's Bellator Max Fight Pick as well. I see you just got that as well. I know you're tuning in the live chat. So we do need to jump. No problem, Alex. Need to jump into some of the game day breakdowns because I know we're going to run out of time here before the first round of games start. And so we'll just get it off our chest, like yesterday sucked. It happens. We're human. And nonetheless, today is going to be a good fucking day. Manuel, guaranteed Saturday is posted. Got posted this morning. Got posted, I believe, at 10:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 Pacific, so it's been out for an hour. Guaranteed Saturday has been out for an hour. If the boys on the bus are watching, thank you. Great show last night. Myself and the wife had an amazing time. Levi, CJ, Gary, and everybody else, if you guys are watching, probably still sleeping. We do appreciate all the hospitality. Alex, you lucky dog, going to be at the Clippers' first home game. Very nice. Very nice. All right, let's see if I can pop everything up here, and we'll jump right into it. Jump into a couple breakdowns. Put you guys in the right direction because yesterday was in the wrong direction. So, Edward's fishing, lucky dog. So yesterday, DraftKings gave me a bunch of free bets, and the other day, and I did one on a big parlay yesterday, an NBA same game parlay between the Suns and the Lakers. We were so close. We were a bucket off, bucket by a couple people off. I had the alternate total over 205.5. That won. We had LeBron with 4 assists or more. That won. We had LeBron over 22.5. That won. We had Booker over 23.5. We needed a bucket there. We had Davis over 22.5. We needed a bucket there. Literally, not even a bucket, a point. And then we had the Lakers plus 9.5. I was off by a point on 3 of them. 500 to win 2,500. Unfortunately, it was plus 500 same game parlay and a bucket away. Seems to happen too often. That's why parlays are the hard things to hit. And you always make sure that when you are betting a parlay, that you're betting it responsibly and within your means. Give me 1 second. We're just logging into Bet Online. Little Heat, what's going on, man? Logging into Bet Online, that we can get our most latest and greatest live odds, courtesy of our friends over at Bet Online. Pull up some college football. Got some good early games. There's some good early games. There we go. Little Heat becoming a member for 5 months now. Almost getting that orange status. Thank you, Little Heat. Alrighty, let's see here. Who's ready for November 9th? Anybody know what happens November 9th? I know what happens. It's like the countdown is on. Yeah, Alex, Lakers were down more than 30 yesterday, and somehow they got down. They ended up, down 10? So close on that one. Not for the Lakers. But yeah, we get Wake Forest and Army this morning. See, there we go. Edward knows. The sheriff in the house knows. College basketball underway November 9th to start. Man, I can't wait. Rich says we're going to have a party for when everybody starts hitting that 1-year badge. You know, that 1-year badge should be coming up. That 1-year badge should be coming up here in a couple of months. We're gonna have to do something special for the members. For the 1-year members, we're going to have to do something special. That's for sure. And we will. Definitely will. We get Wake Forest and Army early. We get Illinois and Penn State, Cincinnati and Navy, Eastern Michigan, Bowling Green, Umass, Florida State laying that big number there. Kansas State and Texas Tech, NIU, Northern Illinois, Central Michigan, Arkansas Pine Bluff. Going to get blown out of the water by Arkansas, who's laying 51. Northwestern at Michigan. There's a little marquee matchup of the morning. Oklahoma at Kansas, Syracuse at Virginia Tech. That's a 9:30 Pacific time, so that's a 12:30 Eastern time game. That rounds out the start of the early games. Rich says he believes during the week that Lamar became elite. That might be the week of our show that goes down in history of the show as one of the best. We were getting trolled from every angle, and it didn't matter what we were doing. We could win 20 in a row. We were getting trolled on the live show. And then add in the Lamar ain't elite, or Lamar is elite conversation. That was good. Raider for life. Good morning, brother. Alrighty, so we're going to roll through these. We're going to roll through them kind of quick. I mean, I know we got 23 minutes before the games get underway. So, we're going to try and bounce through some of these fairly easy. And we'll go right down the list. All right, guys, we'll go right down the list. I mean, you get UMass at Florida State. And we could talk about most of these early games because we only have one early play. And that's a premium play. My personal plays don't start until later, just so you guys know. I already announced that. By the way, 23 minutes, before that first Bellator fight. So if your Bellator picks are not in, you better hurry and get them in. If your Bellator picks are not in, better hurry and get them in. That card is taking place in Russia in 22 minutes. Matter of fact, I'm going to be doing some of mine literally while we're live. Excuse me. But yes, make sure you put them in. Manuel, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. And yeah, definitely feel the same way, brother. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. There we go. I'm opening up the Bellator stuff as well. Shane loves the under in the LSU game. I think the only way that one goes under is if for some reason defenses show up and Ole Miss gets shut down. Ole Miss can put up a lot of points. We already know that. We already know that they're going to put up a ton of points. But the total on that game, I mean, it really is a lot. It really is a lot of points. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. Edward says it went under last week, especially in a teaser. Yes. So, UMass and Florida State I mean, we all know UMass is getting blown out by anybody of any competition. Pitt beat them 51-7 in the beginning of the season. Boston College somehow allowed them to score 28 on them. They scored 28 back-to-back weeks against Boston College and Eastern Michigan. But, let's be honest. Boston College and Eastern Michigan, they're not Florida State. Florida State can be having a rough year, sitting 2-4 straight up with their only wins coming by way of North Carolina and Syracuse. They dropped 4 straight to start the season. I mean, they lost to Jacksonville State. That's rough. They lost to Wake Forest, Louisville, Notre Dame beginning of the season. They had Notre Dame on the brink. As far as this one goes, they're laying 35.5 points. It's a lot of points. Against a UMass team that somehow scored 28 against Eastern Michigan and Boston College. But, and this is a big but, UMass's defense has given up 41.5 points, and it don't matter if they're playing, this is the average. Don't matter if they're playing UConn, Coastal Carolina, Toledo, Pitt, or anybody. The wild card for me is going to be Florida State, and can they get their offense going? We know they're going to run the ball. They're going to run it effective against Mass. They average 208 on the ground, 5.5 yards a carry. UMass gives up 226 a game on the ground at 5.5 yards per carry. They also get torched in the air at 9.2 yards per passing attempt. The passing game for Florida State is not what it should be. They're averaging 177 a game, 6.4 yards per passing attempt. I look for them to try and spark their offense in this game. Florida State 1-9 against the spread in a non-conference game. That's what I said, guys. Florida State 1-9 in their last 10 games against the spread in a non-conference matchup. Here they are. They're winners of 2 straight. They beat North Carolina 35-25, and they beat Syracuse 33-30. 2 huge wins after starting out the season 0-4. I look for them to try and carry that momentum on. They get Clemson, next week, which we could be in a little look-ahead spot, although Clemson is not Clemson. Florida State beating Clemson would be a huge win for them on the season just because of, star power, of name power. But other than that, Clemson is definitely nowhere, what they were last year, the year prior. So I can't really see it being a huge look-ahead spot for them, but they definitely have a tough schedule after this one. This is the one gimme game to give them 3 in a row. After that, they get Clemson, NC State, Miami, Boston College, and then Florida to end the year. Thanksgiving weekend. As far as this one goes, I like Florida State. Regardless of the fact that they're laying 35. I don't want to be crazy, but I like it. Maybe throw this one in a teaser opportunity. Might be a little bit better. Actually, the line just dropped to 35, so they're laying 5 touchdowns now. Massachusetts total on this one is 10.5. The team total on UMass is 10.5. Okay, 10.5. Florida State is 47.5. I can't see how Florida State gets held, under 47.5. I do like their team total over 47.5. Their team total, that is. First half points is sitting at 34. In order for this one to go over 34, it's going to have to be 100%, more than likely. Now, maybe UMass will have a field goal opportunity. Or maybe they'll get their 10 and be done first thing. But I like the first half total on this one over 34. Now, if there was a line for the first half team total, more than likely it's going to be 31, 32, maybe 33 for Florida State in this one. But I do like the over. I like the points. I think Florida State has to roll. I think they have to roll today, and to keep that momentum alive and to keep that momentum moving. Daily free play? No, there's been no daily free play just yet. There's been no daily free play just yet, but there will be. There'll be a video out later today. There will be a video out later today. Give me 1 second, folks. Okay. Hang on 1 second, folks. Give me 1 second, folks. I'm texting FC something real quick. All right. So, Florida State game. I like Florida State. I like them laying the 35. And maybe taking a Florida State teaser. With Florida State and the over might be a good opportunity. I think they put up a lot of points. I think they're forced to put up a lot of points, and I think they will today. I think they will today. Now, the first half, total of 34, I am betting that. But it is not a big bet, guys. It's a small little $500 wager. So, if somebody wants to put that in the comment section, I don't know if you guys will be able to see that or not, but no, you guys can't, but I was trying to focus it in on, oh, there we go. It's kind of blurry, but you guys get the point. To win 500, it was 525 to win 500. First half over 34. First half over 34. So just remember that one. And yeah, I think it's going to be very imperative for Florida State. And we don't have a premium play or anything on this one. We actually only have one early premium play. And it's not this game. And even DraftKings won't let you do the side and the total on this one. So you generally know it's a winner when that happens. Alex says he's bet on turtles today. Very nice. I like turtles. All right, so let's speed through this. Fighting Illini. Fighting Illini and Penn State. Penn State comes in, another big one, laying 24.5. All right, and if somebody could put that in the comment section for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. Free play, Florida State and Umass, first half over 34. Fighting Illini come in catching 24.5 on the road. They started out the season with a big win over Nebraska. They lost 4 straight, losing to UTSA, losing to Virginia, losing to Maryland, losing to Purdue 13-9. They bounced back a couple weeks ago against Charlotte, barely beat them by 10. Lost last week to Wisconsin, got shut out 24-0. Going up against Penn State, Old Penny won 5 straight to start the year, beating Wisconsin, Ball State, Auburn, Villanova. I didn't even know Villanova had a football team. I did, but a lot of people didn't. Indiana. And then last week, getting Iowa. Running into Iowa. Losing 23-20. Did not cover the spread. Spread was 2.5. They are 4-2 to the under. Penn State 4-2 to the under. Not what we were expecting. A lot of Penn State games, always the over. Penn State 10-0 to the under after a game with a turnover margin of -3 or worse. They're coming off a huge turnover game last week. They're still surprisingly +3 in the turnover department. Fighting Illini +6 in the turnovers. How you can be 2-5 straight up, 3-3-1 against the spread, and you're +6 in the turnovers through 7 games is beyond me. Generally, when you're in the plus category and when you're winning the turnover battle, you're generally putting extra money in your guys' pocket. Well, putting money in our pocket, but if you're betting on the Fighting Illini, you're just not. They're averaging 17.7 points a game on offense. They get 159 a game on the ground, 4.3 yards per carry. I believe it was. They're averaging 154 in the air. Very pathetic, anemic offense. Penn State, on the other hand, they're averaging, 398 a game, 130 of it on the ground. They're definitely going to have to step up their run game in order to be successful later on down the season, down the stretch against Ohio State, Maryland, Michigan, Rutgers, and Michigan State. If they're not going to be able to run the ball, I don't think they can keep up with some of those teams. They average 130 a game on the ground, 3.8 yards a carry. They average 268 in the air, 7.7 yards per passing attempt. Their defense has been playing phenomenal. They're giving up 13.8 points per game, just under 2 touchdowns a game. They average giving up 110 a game on the ground, 3 yards a carry. They give up 201 in the air, 5.5 yards per passing attempt. And like I said a little bit ago, Penn State's +5 in the turnover department. +3 in the turnover department. And then there's the Fighting Illini and their defense. They get torched from every angle. They give up 265 in the air. They give up 8.1 yards per passing attempt. They give up 163 on the ground, 4.3 yards per carry. It doesn't matter if you want to run this direction or pass that direction. Whatever you want to do against the Fighting Illini, you've been able to do. All right? They give up 24.6 points per game on average, with what their defense gives up. They are still somehow +6 in the turnover department, and here they are catching 24.5 points. As far as this one goes, I'm going to have to say points. The over sitting at 45.5. I know a lot of people in this one are on the under. I just don't see it happening. Now, I don't have an official play on this one. I almost made this a personal play, but I did not. But I just can't see where this one stays under. I see it going over. I see this one going over. It was right on the cusp of making it an actual play. And I'd have to say, if it was FC, the way you classify it, I'd say that, the Penn State over is a strong lean. I get that the Fighting Illini only averaged 17.7 points a game. They were shut out by Wisconsin last week. They put up 24 against a weak Charlotte team. They put up only 9 against Purdue, 17 against Maryland, 14 in their loss to Virginia. But I ain't worried about that side. I think Penn State, their offense can go whichever direction they want to go against that Fighting Illini defense, and I think we should very easily see that 45.5 points in this one. Keep that in mind. And that one starts in 6 minutes. So we're going to roll through some of these. Cincinnati and Navy. One thing that I haven't done is give Cincinnati enough credit. One thing I haven't done is give Cincinnati enough credit throughout the season. And not giving them enough credit has made me miss some opportunities. Today against Navy, laying 28.5 points. We know Navy's going to run the ball. They're going to slow it down. Having to cover by 4 or more touchdowns is a lot. 4 or more touchdowns is a lot. So I'm going to steer clear of that game, laying the 28.5 points. They probably do. They should do. But if I had to, I'd probably take the 28.5 that you can get from Navy. I think laying over 4 touchdowns against a team that's going to run the ball every single time they have it and milk the clock is a lot. Over and under 49. I can't see Cincinnati doing all the damage. Navy's going to run the ball and put up some points. We know that. Navy's going to get their touchdowns. And if they're going to cover if they're going to cover 28 points, 28 and a half points, like the books are saying that they're going to do, and they're going to say Navy's going to score under 3 touchdowns, I think it's right on the line, 2 to 3 touchdowns. So I got to stay off of that one completely. Rolling through some of these pretty fast. Eastern Michigan against Bowling Green. Eastern Michigan laying 4.5 is really enticing. It really is. And it's one that I don't have any money on. The line opened up at 3. I missed the boat on this one. I liked it at 3. I kind of lollygagged around. And here we are. It's 4.5 minus 107. So you can get 4 minus $1.17. They're 4-3, straight up, 2-5 against the spread. They haven't been a covering magnet at all. And then you've got Bowling Green. The only thing with Bowling Green is they're 6-1 against the spread. They're 6-1 against the spread. They covered plus 37 against Tennessee. They covered plus 15 against South Alabama. They covered plus 2.5 against Murray State. They covered plus 30.5 against Minnesota. They covered plus 16.5 against Kent State. They started out the year 5-0 against the spread. They only won 2 of those games, but they covered 5-0. Now, they were laying 14 points against Akron, and they did not cover that spread. Actually, they did. It's a little error here in the reporting of my stats. They did cover that spread. Northern Illinois, they were plus 9, and they lost by 8. Their first 5 games went under. Last 2 games did go over. So as far as this one goes, the part that scares me, I like Eastern Michigan, but the part that scares me is Bowling Green is just a covering magnet. Eastern Michigan 8-2 to the over on the road. 8-2 to the over on the road versus decent passing teams yielding less than 6.5 yards per passing attempt. As far as the total on this one goes, the total is sitting at 49.5. I'm not a fan of that half, that hook. Especially here. Now, if it was 48.5, I'd be a little more willing to jump on it. You get Eastern Michigan averaging just under 30 points a game. You get Bowling Green averaging 19 points a game, 18.9 to be specific. But it's the 50 points combined that both teams give up on defense. I think the offenses prevail here and do what they need to do against defenses that are just giving up a shit ton of points. Eastern Michigan and Bowling Green have both shown that they can't stop anybody running the ball. They're going to give up their 4.2 and 4.7 yards per passing attempt. They're going to give up, their running attempt. They're going to give up their 6 yards and 6.8 yards per passing attempt. They're both negative in the turnovers. The only thing that kills an over is the turnovers in the red zone. Turnovers on the other side of the field. Not only does it take points away that were going to happen, but it kills that momentum. And you got to start all the way over. If you fumble the ball or turn the ball over either in the end zone or down on the goal line or near the goal line, now that team's got to go 90-plus yards to the other side. Not only did you take away points, but you killed some of that effort as well. So, in that momentum. So, as far as this one goes, I think it's going to be the offenses. I think it's going to be Eastern Michigan, when they're 7.8 yards per passing attempt, that rolls all over that Bowling Green defense. So, as far as this one goes, I like the points, but it's that half that is kind of holding me back. Maybe you buy it down a half and you get it at 49, or you take it at minus $1.40 and you take it at 48.5. Other than that, I like the over, like Eastern Michigan, but again, that 4.5 is something that I'm not a big fan of. 4.5 is something I'm not a big fan of. If it was 3, I'd probably be all over it. All right, so game's getting ready to start. And taking a look, give me 1 second, folks. Taking a look at that 12:30 Eastern time game. Thank you, Edward. Appreciate it. here at ESPN. Oh, the other phone going off. The Syracuse and Virginia Tech game. We've rode Syracuse a couple of times this season so far. Edward, thank you for the help, brother. Enjoy your day. Enjoy fishing. We've rode Syracuse a few times this season. We've made some nice money on them, and we've cashed some nice tickets. But for the most part, we've stayed clear of them. They're 3-4 straight up. But here's the thing: we should be riding them a lot more. They're 6-1 against the spread, and they've been an absolute covering magnet. The only one that they didn't was on Rutgers. We jumped off of them on a couple of games, and we should have been riding them, the entire time. It don't matter if they were +3, which was the only time they lost, or +2.5 against Ohio, or laying 21.5 against Albany. They've covered, and most of the time, all but one of their games, they've been a big dog, been a 2.5 point, 5.5 point, 6.5 point, 13.5 point dog, and they seem to keep covering. Virginia Tech is 22-7 to the under at home when revenging a loss. Excuse me. This should be a close game. Virginia Tech laying, the 3.5 points. They're 3-3 straight up, 2-4 against the spread. They've lost 2 straight, losing to both Pittsburgh, losing 28-7, losing to Notre Dame, which they had on the brink of a loss, 32-29. That one could have gone either direction. And they are, 5-1 to the under? 5-1 to the under? When you look at the numbers on this 12:30 Eastern time game, Syracuse catching at 3.5. Over and under set at 45.5 minus 105, which means you can get 45, or you can get them under 46, depending on which direction you want to look at it. Syracuse is averaging 29 points a game, 232 on the ground, 172 in the air. They run the ball effective, and they get that yardage. Virginia Tech's defense, on average is giving up 157 a game on the ground. It's not so much the yardage that I look at, it's the average yards per rushing attempt of 4.2. All right? Syracuse is averaging 5.5 yards per carry. Even if they're getting 4.2 against the Virginia Tech defense, they're going to be able to steal that time of possession. They're going to be able to steal all of that. And that's one thing that Virginia Tech's been pretty even on so far on the season. They average, 66 plays a game on offense? 67 for Syracuse. He who has the ball most in this game is probably going to control that scoreboard. And Virginia Tech averages 131 a game on the ground, just a measly 3.5 yards per carry. All right? Plus, when you look at that Syracuse defense, they're no slouch. All right? They are no slouch. They're giving up 309 yards a game on offense, and that's against the likes of Ohio, Rutgers, obviously Albany, Liberty, Florida State, Wake Forest, Clemson. All right? Now, they haven't won a game in 4 games. They've lost 3 straight. However, they are just a covering machine. All right? So if I was going to do anything on this one, it'd be Syracuse plus the 3.5. It'd be Syracuse plus the 3.5. So if you're looking for, a little late morning, little action here, Syracuse plus the 3.5 is where I'd be. But that is what I have for you guys today. I will have a daily free play video out. I wanted to go live before I did it because I knew we were pressed for time. But we will have a daily free play video out for you guys here in just a little bit, so enjoy that one. Good luck to everybody on Bellator. Remember, you still have time to get on the Bellator Max Fight Pick, the Bellator card, and UFC is early as well. UFC goes down at 1 p.m. Eastern time, so don't miss that one. And then, guaranteed Saturday, 3:30 Eastern time. Going to be a monster flipping day. So make sure you guys get on board. All right, guys? Do not miss out. Make sure you guys get on board. It's going to be a great time. All right? It is going to be a great time. It's going to be a big day. And we're going to make a shit pile of money. Let's continue that trend. Let's make some money. And let's have some big days. All right, guys? Good luck, everybody. Wager responsibly. And we'll see you guys all live in just see you guys all live tomorrow in a little bit. See you guys all live tomorrow morning, bright and early for NFL. By the way, the Sunday NFL Guarantee Play will be on the website not too long from now. All right, guys? Good luck, everybody. Have a great day.